what's going on? So today I am doing a very belated Christmas book haul. I am definitely not in the Christmas spirit anymore. I'm definitely over it. When I drive down the street, I'm noticing like so many people in my city have their Christmas lights up still, and I'm a little bit confused about it because I'm like, it's the end of January. However, I had to wait until now to do my Christmas book haul because I got a couple gift cards for Christmas. I got one for Book Outlet and one for Chapters Indigo. And so I ordered a bunch of books offline that I've been waiting to get shipped in, and I finally got them. So here I am at the end of January doing my Christmas book haul. So without further ado, let's get into it. I received a couple of books from my brother this year, and the first book was Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I read this last month I listened to it on audiobook, and I actually really enjoyed it, and so when my brother asked me what I wanted for Christmas, this book was definitely on the list. I love to see this series sitting on my bookshelf. This book follows a girl named Mare. She's part of like a dystopian futuristic society in which half of the humans have evolved, and their blood has turned silver, and everybody with silver blood has superpowers. Those with the silver blood have become basically the high-class society. They're the royalty, they're the people who control everything, and the red bloods, the normal people, they're the ones who are just like the poor and the slaves and so on and so forth. Mare is a red blood, but through a series of complex events, she finds out that even though she has red blood, she has the superpowers of the silver bloods, and which hurdles her into just a fantastic meeting with all these things that Destiny has lined up for her. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on it, I do talk about it in my December wrap-up video, and you can click here if you want to watch it. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this book, and so I'm really glad that it is on my bookshelf. The second book that I got from my brother this year for Christmas is Death Note, the Black Edition Volume 4, which actually contains Volumes 7 and 8 of the series. I watched the anime, and I absolutely adore it. We follow a character named Light Yagami. He's just a normal high school student. One day, he comes across this journal that it's called a Death Note. In the cover, it tells him that basically any name he writes in there will end, the person who that name belongs to will end up dying within a certain amount of time. And so spirals this amazing book that just deals with an intensely good clash of good versus evil. The thing I love most about this series is the character development. It is like unparalleled. It is so good. Just watching this character named Light Yagami sort of start in one place, and by the end of the series, he's like in a completely different place. It's unforgettable, really. So thank you so much, Jeremy, for buying me these two books. The third book that I received this year for Christmas was from my mom, and that is AD 33 by Ted Dekker. This is the second book in, I believe it's a duology. It's the duology called AD 30. In these books, we follow a character named Mavia. She is part of the desert tribes in the AD 30s. She really has an encounter with her destiny and her fate, and just like learning who she is, learning that she's a queen, and to really go forth in confidence with that knowledge. And so that's sort of the theme of the first book, and I'm assuming that the second book kind of goes along in line with that. I think that this will be a good read for me, and I'm excited to get to it. And as always, Ted Dekker is one of my favorite authors, and that's why my mom automatically picked up this book for me for Christmas. So thank you so much, Mom. I'm going to love this book, and I'm going to get to it as soon as possible. The next book that I got is actually from my boyfriend's mom, and that is The Magic Strings of Frankie Presto by Mitch Albom. I'm excited about this book because Mitch Albom is the author of Tuesdays with Morrie, and I remember reading that book in high school and absolutely loving it. Okay, so I just read the description of this book, and I'm actually like kind of pumped about this, and I need to tell my boyfriend about this ASAP because this actually sounds really cool. So this book is narrated by music. Like, music is a character, he's the narrator, and I think that's like really interesting. He is telling the story of one of his best pupils, this man named Frankie presto. Frankie is a Spanish war orphan, and he was shipped to America in the bottom of the boat, and the only possessions he had were like musical instruments with him. And it turns out that his ability to play music has been blessed by the gods, and he starts to realize that every time he gets up on stage and plays music, he's directly altering somebody's life. I'm not sure how to take that or exactly like what kind of detail that's going to go into, but like that sounds really exciting. And every time he plays music and a life is altered, the strings of his guitar turn blue. So it's like a superpower kind of thing. And so honestly, that sounds like super good and super intriguing to me. That actually sounds like a really, really good read, and I'll bet Mitch will be interested in this as well. So maybe we'll read it together, you never know, but thank you so much for the gift. I think this was a perfect pick for me. All right, so now I'm gonna get into a couple unboxings, and the first one is Book Outlet. I got a gift card from my mother, and it was 25 bucks, but I actually ended up getting quite a significant number of books here, so I'm really excited to open this up. Let's get right into it. I'll try to open it up without actually ruining any of the books. That would be terrible. So, away with this. All right, I'm pumped. The first book that I ordered from Book Outlet is Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. This is a Throne of Glass novel. This is the third one, I believe, and I don't have the first two, but this series is definitely high up on my list, and it has been for a while, and I've definitely been meaning to buy them. There is nothing wrong with this book, and I got it for like $3. I love Book Outlet. I definitely want to collect the rest of this series and get to that ASAP. Okay, the next couple books that I got from Book Outlet are a couple books in the Shatter Me series, and unfortunately this one's not in the best shape. Like it was probably in the scratch and dent category, and it is very scratch and dented. I don't think I've got one this bad from Book Outlet before, but I mean, that's fine. I'm fine. I have Shatter Me and Unravel Me, and this series is about a girl who I guess has a fatal touch. So she can't touch people or else they'll die, and the government basically has plans to use her as a weapon. And so this series is about her and how she basically learns to stand up for herself and fight back. And so that sounds like a pretty good basis, a good foundation for a series. I've heard both good things and bad things about it, so I'm interested to see what I think about it. It is another dystopian series, and I think I'm sort of like starting to have my fill of dystopian novels for right now, so I don't know if I'll get to these right away. Oh yeah, okay, so these ones I think I'm the most pumped about in this Book Outlet book unboxing, and that is The Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Days of Blood and Starlight. This is the first and the second novel in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, and holy, look at these covers. Like, first of all, I would read these books even if I knew nothing about them, just solely based on how absolutely gorgeous and intriguing the covers are. However, it's not just based on the covers that I'm going to read them, because I've heard just really, really good things about this series. People just like raving and raving about them and saying like they're just so good. I've had them recommended to me from you guys multiple times, and so I definitely want to take your advice and your word for it and plunge into these as soon as possible. The only one I have left to buy is Dreams of Gods and Monsters. So hopefully I can get my hands on that soon enough, and then I will be able to read the series. One thing that I'm most excited for about these books is they are a modern fantasy. So I'm starting to get a little bit away from dystopian novels, which is great, because I think, as I said 3 seconds ago with the other book, I've sort of had it up to here with dystopian. I need a little bit of a break, so this might be a good series for me to jump into right away. Alright, so finally the only thing I have left to do is do my Chapters Indigo unboxing. Obviously I know exactly what it is. Let's just tear into this baby here. I don't think I need scissors for this one. I sort of really like how their boxes are set up. I think it's kind of funky. So these books are absolutely gorgeous. I pretty much just died taking them out of the box. They are absolutely so, so beautiful. And by the way, This gift card for Chapters Indigo was from my boyfriend's sister Anna and his brother-in-law Chris. Thank you so much, guys, with your gift card. I got the Raven Cycle trilogy. I just want everyone to please see how absolutely gorgeous these books are. They're like they're not really metallic, but they kind of are. I don't really know if you can see that very well, but they have some metallic gleam to them. They are so beautiful. I've been wanting to read these books for a really, really, really long time because I've heard so many good things about them, but I've never actually seen them in my bookstore when I go. So finally, with this gift card, I just ordered them online and I finally have them in my possession, and I need to read them. I need to read them. Like I'm getting emotional about it. I just need to read these. This series is about a girl named Blue. She is the daughter of a clairvoyant mother, I guess, but she's not clairvoyant herself. Her mother can see the spirits of people who are about to die, but Blue herself has never seen one. The only way someone who's not clairvoyant can see a spirit is if it's their soulmate. Then, if their soulmate's about to die, they will see the spirit. And so one day, Blue sees the spirit of this boy named Gansey. Gansey is a resident of the local boys' private school known as the Raven Boys. She is somehow drawn to Gansey. She's avoided this boys' school all her life. She's not interested, but she is drawn to this guy, obviously, because she saw his spirit, so we know she's his soulmate. However, for whatever reason, I assume it's because she has a clairvoyant mother, she has been told her entire life that she is going to be the cause of her true love's death, somehow. So she gets caught up in this adventure, this quest that these kids from the Raven Boys School are on. I assume it's an adventurous and suspenseful group of novels, and I'm like really, really excited to get into them because I have not heard a single bad thing about these books. Maybe I'll even put them on my February or March TBR because I'm just like so pumped about these books. So thank you so much, Anna and Chris, for the gift card. I am so excited that I finally got my hands on these books. Hooray! Okay, so that is it for my Christmas book haul. I've got 12 books here. That's pretty crazy. I haven't had a book haul like this in a few months. So I am definitely like super psyched that so many people in my life know that a surefire way to get me on your good side is to just buy me a book. And I got quite a few of them. So there are quite a lot of people on my good side that just loved on me so hard with all these books. And so I thank you everyone so much for getting me these, and I'm so pumped about all of these reads. I hope you all also had a really great Christmas. If you got any books for Christmas that you're super pumped about, just let me know. Throw me a comment down below. Give me a shout out on Twitter. I'll put all of my information below for you. If you have any opinions or thoughts about the books that I got, let me know. I want to hear about them, but no spoilers for the books that I haven't read yet. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We will catch you later. I hope you're having a solid day. Bye!